we are asked to solve the given linear equation in one variable. To solve the linear equation means to determine the value of the variable that satisfies the equation. To do this, we must isolate the variable on one side of the equation. Notice how the given equation does contain a fraction, so we do have an optional step to multiply both sides of the equation by a constant to clear the fraction from the equation, but this is an optional step. Let's first solve the equation as it is, and then we'll come back and solve it again by clearing the fractions, just to show we will get the same solution. So beginning with the given equation, we have 2/3 x minus 3 equals 12. For this equation, the first step is to add or subtract to isolate the variable term. Here the variable term is 2/3 x, which means we need to undo this minus 3 by adding 3 to both sides of the equation. This will isolate the variable term. Simplifying, -3 plus 3 is 0. The equation is now 2/3 x equals 12 plus 3 is 15. The last step is to multiply or divide to isolate the variable and solve for x. 2/3 x means 2/3 times x, and therefore we are probably thinking we should divide both sides by 2/3, but remember, dividing by a fraction is equivalent to multiplying by the reciprocal, and therefore instead of dividing by 2/3 to solve for x, we will multiply by the reciprocal of 3/2. So we will multiply both sides of the equation by 3/2. On the left, 3/2 times 2/3 is equal to 1, again because the fractions are reciprocals. Or if we want to show the simplifying, there's 1, 3, and 3 here and here. There's 1, 2, and 2 here and here, giving us 1 times x, which is x. We have x equals. On the right, let's write 15 as a fraction with the denominator of 1. Notice there are no common factors between the numerators and denominators, and therefore we go ahead and just multiply the numerators and denominators. 3 times 15 is 45, 2 times 1 is 2. Our solution is x equals 45/2. So this is the solution to the equation, but let's go back and solve it again by clearing the fraction from the equation. To clear fractions from an equation, we multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator, and here we only have one fraction with the denominator of 3, and therefore the LCD is 3. To clear the fraction from the equation, we multiply both sides of the equation by 3. This would give us 3 times the quantity 2/3 x minus 3 equals 3 times 12. Let's go ahead and show the distribution here on the left. We have 3 times 2/3 x minus 3 times 3 equals 3 times 12. And now let's determine the products. Let's write 3 as a fraction with a denominator of 1. Notice how the 3's simplify to 1's. We now just have 1 times 2x, which is 2x, minus 3 times 3, which gives us minus 9, equals 3 times 12 is 36. The next step is to add or subtract to isolate the variable term, which means we add 9 to both sides to undo the minus 9. Simplifying, -9 plus 9 is 0. The equation simplifies to 2x equals 36 plus 9 is 45. Last step is to divide both sides by 2, of course giving us the same solution, x equals 45/2. Since we solved the equation twice, we should be confident that our solution is correct, but let's take a moment and verify that it does satisfy the equation by substituting 45/2 for x back into the original equation. Performing the substitution, we have 2/3 times 45/2 minus 3 equals 12. Simplifying before multiplying, we have 1, 2, and 2 here and here. Here we have a common factor of 3. There's 1, 3, and 3, and 15 3's and 45. This is now just 1 times 15, which is 15. We have 15 minus 3 equals 12. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 equals 12 is true, verifying our solution is correct. I hope you found this helpful.